Alright, let me run this by you. Battlefield has 64 players per match. Call of Duty only's got 12. Ha, beat that, Call of Duty. Let me run this by you. Battlefield's got destructible environments and vehicles. Call of Duty, no destructible environments, no vehicles. So, I've come up with a really simple way to explain why Battlefield's better. It has more stuff. The maps are bigger, and there's more players. That means it's a better game, guys. It's very clear. First-person shooters have existed for a very long time, and there's so many different types now. I mean, you have games like Doom and Call of Duty, which you'd say they're both arena fast-paced shooters, but goddamn, if one skill would transfer to the other game, that would be a lifesaver, but they don't. They're very, very different. Overwatch is also a fast-paced arena shooter. But is it comparable to Call of Duty? No. Halo? No. I mean, really, these games are very, very different. I've said this 1,000 times on my channel, so I'm not going to beat you over the head with it. But saying Battlefield is better than Call of Duty is just as dumb as somebody saying Counter-Strike is better than Call of Duty, and it's even just as dumb as someone saying Call of Duty is better than Battlefield. Every time someone says Call of Duty is better than Battlefield out of my Call of Duty friends, I think to myself, are you kidding? Have you played Battlefield? The feeling of being a soldier, the explosions around you, things flying everywhere, 77 weapons or more at your disposal, fully customizable. You have these fully customizable weapons, these destructible environments, vehicles, jets flying over, helicopters dropping you in your parachuting, you're dropping C4 on tanks, you're blowing people up, you're mowing people down. Have you ever fucking played it? And that all goes through my head every time somebody says COD is better. And whenever somebody says Battlefield's better than COD, I think, have you ever played Call of Duty? Have you ever grabbed a gun, made it your favorite, and then just gone through a map, destroying people, making laps around the map, gaining your score streaks, calling them in, the numbers flashing up on the screen as your heart starts racing as you get close to your chem strike, nuclear, you get close to that next big thing. Have you ever played either of these games? If you've played a lot of COD and a lot of Battlefield, and you are over the age of 10, you should be able to tell a very distinct difference, and that is that, guess what? They're different games. I love Battlefield, but Battlefield elitists, please, for the love of God, explain to me how you've correlated big map, big guns, vehicles, equal better game. How have you come up with that? That's horseshit. If Call of Duty had vehicles, which it did at one point, it completely ruined it, in my opinion. If Call of Duty had vehicles and large maps and all these things, it just doesn't feel right. Call of Duty is a game of consistency. It's a consistent arena shooter. This gun has little, the guns have fairly little recoil. You mow people down. You get kills, you get kill streaks, you stay alive. Call of Duty maybe doesn't have the most satisfying kills, especially after you've been playing for a while. You don't really get that, oh, I'm killing people quickly feeling. You get that, yeah, it's another kill, but then you want to stay alive, you want to get that score streak, and you want those numbers to hit your screen. You want that rush of adrenaline that only Call of Duty gives. Battlefield has a different feeling to it. It's different. The thing is, I could sit here listing off the difference between the G36 and COD 4 and the G36 and Battlefield 4, the difference between the way the maps play, the difference in the game modes, the difference in how I feel about it, it's just different. How have you, as either side, decided which one is better is beyond me. If you decided that Battlefield or Call of Duty is better, you are missing out on a separate experience that is equally good. They're different but equal in the sense that they both deliver an equal experience that is worth feeling. It's worth experiencing if you're an FPS gamer. You have played Call of Duty. Let's just say this. You have only played Call of Duty, and you didn't have a good first experience in Battlefield, so you hate it? Understandable. I've had bad first experiences in games and I didn't like them. That's just what happened. But if you were to say that Call of Duty is better, oh, fuck you, man. Can you like it more? Yes. And you know why? Because it's different. And if you like the experiences Battlefield gives you, if you like the team play, the map size, the destruction, if you like that, good. If you like the way Call of Duty makes you feel, if you like the fast-paced Twitch shooting, the 60 FPS, I mean, I'm sorry, Battlefield was really behind. I know it's because it was a bigger game, so don't tear me a new one. I know it was compensating and had to adjust for certain things, but it is really hard to play Battlefield and Call of Duty in the same day because Battlefield just isn't as smooth. It just, even on PC, like even if you have like 100,000 frames per second on PC and you have a monitor that can keep up with it, it's still not as consistent. intuitive, visceral. When you're jumping over things, when you're mantling, when you're doing certain things, it just doesn't have that responsive click, that satisfying click that Call of Duty has. Call of Duty and Battlefield are both important games, and to ignore either of them is beyond me. That idea is beyond me. As somebody that likes Halo, Battlefield, COD, just shooters, Overwatch, my friend gave me Counter-Strike, and I recently have been getting into it. I want to actually duel him. Steven, if you're watching this, I'd love to get good enough to actually 1v1 you on Counter-Strike. So as somebody that really loves first-person shooters and is only a fanboy to the genre of FPS, it really perplexes me that lines have been drawn in the sand. I would like a world, here's an idealist, sappy part of my video, and I hate when people do this because it's always just this, wow, he's really a visionary. No, it's just, I think everyone would like this. I wish Battlefield players would be like, hey, you should come try Battlefield. It's really cool. We got vehicles. This is how I sold Battlefield on my friend that only played COD and Halo. I was like, you gotta play it, man. There's jets. There's the sniper rifles. They're so satisfying to get kills with. I love putting C4 on my Jeep and driving into buildings and blowing up the walls. And it's so much fun. You can do all this stuff. And then I wish Call of Duty players could be like, hell yeah, I'd love to play Battlefield. But after that, we should play Infinite Warfare together. We should rack up some kill streaks. I can show you around some of the maps. I found this really good nade spot, so you can take out like 4 guys off spawn consistently. And if you want to, we could do some zombies or 1v1 each other. 1v1ing in Battlefield, that's a fucking joke. You always have to deal with extra players or buying a server, and to be honest, both of those things are really stupid. And I'm sure Battlefield makes bank off of people that are like, I just want to 1v1 my friends. And yeah. Cough up the cash, faggot. Call of Duty is fast, clean, consistent, and competitive. Battlefield is massive, borderline realistic adventure. Battlefield feels like an adventure. Each map feels like a little adventure. As you, as a lone foot soldier, going through all this shit. And a whole match is like a story. It's so much stuff going on. I love Battlefield. But Call of Duty has its place too. Standing up after a match and going, fuck yeah! Fuck yeah. I never had that in Battlefield. I've had moments in Battlefield like that where like I hit a helicopter out of the air with an RPG at way too far away, and I went like, fuck yeah. But Call of Duty gives you those matches that just makes your heart just beat really fast, and you just can't stop playing after that. I love that feeling. I miss that feeling. I wish Black Ops 3 gave it to me. Not a fan of Black Ops 3, unfortunately. But anyway, this video's gone on way too long, it's way too rambly, and I probably came off a little pissed or fanboyish. Let me explain this one last time. I love Call of Duty, I love Battlefield, I love first-person shooters, and I just wish that we could be like, hey, come to my side, play my game, and be like, hey, yeah, come to my side. And not be like, ooh, Call of Duty doesn't have big enough maps. Call of Duty has no skill, it's all arbitrary bullshit. Hope you guys enjoyed, I hope you guys didn't get offended, and I hope you guys give Call of Duty and Battlefield a chance this year, because they're both shaping up to be pretty fucking cool. And I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye!